Hi there, I'm Randy Watkins and this is Star Painter. I did this painting of Anne Hathaway a couple years ago for the premiere of Rio and I wasn't able to get her to sign it then. My buddy Joe called me up Friday and said Anne's going to be at Universal Studios in a marathon Saturday morning and we need to be there about 6:15 a.m. So I picked him up at 6. We got to Universal by 6:15 and we found a line where people were going in and we didn't know how to, we got in this line. We didn't know what we needed to tell the security guard at the gate, and he leans down in my truck and waits for me to say something, and I just said we're here for the marathon, and then he handed me this piece of paper. Told me to stick it on my dashboard and follow the car in front of me. So we did that, and we made it past the first guard, but now we don't know where to go, what to do. We followed the car in front of us. He parked in the parking structure. We also parked, and then we looked down at the first floor, and we could see more security and a screening checkpoint, and we knew we had to get in that line. So we go downstairs, we get in that line, we are surrounded by several marathon runners, and we make it past the screening checkpoint, and the security officer there said, our shuttle will be here to pick us up in a minute. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the card that the security at the first gate told me to put on my dashboard, and this is what gave us access to the event. Here we are with a few of the marathon runners, and this is the security that screened us and gave us the okay to come in. You can see here we're at the Universal Studios back lot, and that security officer is waving the shuttle in to come in and pick us up. And well, there's a few more runners, and here comes the shuttle. So we board the shuttle. I got my painting here between my knees and the seat in front of me, and the shuttle is now taking us to the race. Problem is, Joe and I are not prepared to race, and we're not here to race. We just want to meet Anne Hathaway. So we're just enjoying the shuttle ride at about 7 a.m., and it's taking us kind of behind the scenes at Universal Studios, and eventually we're going to get to the starting line. Now, this part is obviously where they keep a lot of the big white trailers. They call them honey wagons. They're the mobile dressing rooms they take out on location so the stars have someplace to change and get their makeup on. And we are still on our way to who knows where. We don't know what part of the lot we're on, but we're heading toward the race. This evidently is where they shoot The Voice, in this soundstage. I thought this was really interesting. This building that we're looking at here, we're going to go around behind it, and the one that's on the far right now that's lit up by the sun, you can see it's just a very thin wall, and behind it is virtually nothing, just the scaffolding to hold it up. But when we come around the other side, you'll see what it is. And that it's just this really cool facade with the whole city street scene painted on it. And now we've just arrived at the check-in for the marathon runners. That white tent there was where the people need to register, pay their $30 and run in the race. So this bus is going to stop, let us off, and Joe and I have to figure out how to bypass that check-in tent and get to where we want to be, but we still don't know where that is yet. We have no idea where we're going. We're just going to follow the marathon crowd. Yeah, it's kind of a fun adventure. Joe and I don't know if we're going to get kicked out for not being marathon runners, but we're having fun. We're going to see what happens. So these people are here heading across the street to the tent to sign in, and I just have to try to blend in and not stand out like a sore thumb. Here are the cards for the advertisers for this event. And there's one lady photographing them, so okay, I don't feel too bad. She's standing over here too. So I'm going to make my way down this street and see what's down there. Amgen.
trash bag.
Aha! There's a coffee truck across the street. I'm just gonna grab a cup of coffee, stand there, and I might be there for an hour. Who knows? But at least it'll look like I'll have some purpose there.
She'll be there.
And now the street is starting to fill up with some marathon runners. Yes, even some colorful ones. And they're just doing their morning stretch and getting ready for the big event. Still no sign of Anne Hathaway though. And now the MC down at the end of the street there is summoning the crowd to line up. That's where the starting line is for the race.
Marathon today, and Anne Hathaway is supposedly going to be here. Kind of snuck in, and I really don't have anything to do with the race, but we made it this far, and we're waiting for Anne, and hopefully she'll sign my painting.
And as long as we don't get kicked out, all is good. At this point, there's plenty of people here now, so we don't have to worry about blending in. Now we're more comfortable, and we're just keeping an eye out for Anne Hathaway. That's Rob Lowe on the stage, second from the left in the blue shirt. And so far, he's the only celebrity I see. They're expecting 2,200 marathon runners today, and by the looks of this crowd, I'd say they got them. Although it's a walk-run, so everybody's not going to be sprinting, but it's a beautiful day. At this point, the race has started, and I find myself in the middle of the street. People are trying to get around me. I'm trying to get away from them. And I better get over to the side so they can have their walk, run, stroll. Yes, baby strollers included. And there they go. Anne? Anne? Has anyone seen Anne? Okay, now this main street here is pretty much empty. Still looking for Anne Hathaway. Still wanting her to sign the painting. Haven't seen her at all yet, and I hope I get to see her. And now it's a while later. Here I am at the finish line. The day is almost done, and no sign of Anne Hathaway. It didn't happen today. And hopefully I'll have better luck next time.